Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today we've got something slightly different. We're using not a normal deck, but these. These are cards known as tarot cards. They have symbols that represent the meaning of life. And we've got several of these. Now they often say you should never shuffle tarot cards. You should always cut them. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut the cards to begin with. And we don't need the whole pack. So we're going to take just a few cards from the pack. We'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dare we take a 13th? A lot of people say that's unlucky. The 13th card. We're going to do that. We're going to take the 13th card here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards. I'm going to get you to choose one, but whatever happens, avoid the 13th card. They say it's unlucky. So take any one of these cards. You want this card here, please take that card. Now it's an absolute free choice. And you could have chosen any card from the pack. Take a look at the card, and it doesn't matter if I see it. And look at that. It's the Magician. That's the one that I should have chosen. But I've got bad news for you. We'll place it on there. That is the unlucky card. Out of all of these cards, you could have chosen any of these. You went for the Magician. Let me show you how it's unlucky. You see, we have a pair of cards here, a pair here, another pair, that's 3 pair, 4, 5 and 6 pairs of cards. You chose the only single odd card, the unlucky card. Still not convinced, are you? Let me prove. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. That is the 13th card. It really is the 13th unlucky card. But let me show you what I mean by pairs of cards. You see, a lot of people are not convinced. But here we got a pair of cards, we got another pair of cards, and another pair, and another pair, and they're all random cards. But I'd like to show you what I mean by odd, unlucky cards. The 13th card. Watch. When I talk about pairs of cards, I really do literally mean pairs of cards. A pair of stars, a pair of worlds, justice, tower, high priestess, and a pair of swords. You happen to pick the only odd card among the packet, and that's the unlucky card. Hope you enjoyed that effect called the unlucky tarot. Now, this was a trick that was shown to me a few years back by another magician who performed it using ESP cards instead of tarot, and he dealt 10 pairs of cards. I decided to use 12 cards instead and use the tarot because I think that tarot cards make a change to what people are used to seeing. It also adds some nice colour and images to the routine as well. You can use regular playing cards as well. Now the effect, I don't know how original it is. I know that Paul Curry used to do this pairing of cards and putting them out of sequence. But I'm sure some of you will leave in the comments below if you've seen a similar routine and who it was by. But this one is using the tarot. There's a quick setup. And it's actually quite an easy trick if you follow the sequence of events that I did on the performance. You need some pairs of cards. Now I've got 7 pairs of cards, giving us a total of 14 cards. So I've got a pair of the towers, of Justice, the World, High Priestess, the Magician, Ace of Swords and Star. And that's it. The rest of them are just random cards. You can mix those up. I have these starting on top of the pack. I introduce the cards and I start to do an overhand shuffle from the bottom where the stack isn't kept, and talk about you should never shuffle cards this way. You should always cut them. I then started with a false cut, so I keep my stack on top. You talk about dealing out some of the cards, and we're going to take what appears to be 12 cards. In fact, you're going to sneak an extra card without the audience realising. The way I do this is I push the cards across, 2 cards, and I get a finger break under it. I then count that as 1 card. There's actually 2. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cards. You then talk about, shall we dare add an extra 13th card? You add this. You're actually holding 14 cards without them knowing. The 13 cards apparently that you hold, you're going to offer to them to take one. Now ask them to take a card, slide it out, and they do have a free choice. The only thing you've got to do is to cut the pack where they took the card from. Now there's something you need to do without them knowing. While they're taking their card and having a look, you've just got to have a glimpse at the bottom 2 cards. Now all I do is with my thumb, I just tilt the bottom card just a little bit. I just want to see if these 2 cards match. Now you can see these don't. If they did, you don't have to do anything. And if you re-watch my performance, you'll notice I was lucky enough to get a pair of cards matching at the bottom, so I did nothing. If, however, you've got a situation like this where they are different, you need to get this bottom card to the top. Now you don't need to do any special move. I just pull the bottom card out and say, you can lay your card face up on the table here. They lay it on the table. You now need to get rid of this card back to the pack. Very simple. I push the card across, get a finger break, pick up their card and momentarily square it and then put it on the discarded cards. You've now got rid of their card plus that duplicate. Leave this in full view as you say that really, out of all these cards, and what I'm doing here is I'm gesturing with the top card, because before the rest of the routine I now need to get 1 card from the top to the bottom. I don't need to do any slights. I've got nothing really to hide. I'm just casually gesturing with this card to say, out of all of these cards that you could have chosen, believe it or not, you took the odd card, the unlucky card. Do you notice that I just moved it from the top to the bottom? That's it. Let me prove it to you. You see, we have pairs of cards. There's a pair of cards here, another pair, a third, a fourth, and a 5th pair, and a 6th pair of cards. Your card was the only one not in a pair. It's the odd card. Now, of course, they know you're trying to fool them, because if they'd taken any card, it would have still been the same. You would have had 6 pairs of cards left. So you say, look, let me just prove this to you, that it is from this random mixed array of cards, you did take the odd card. Let me show you another way. And you now count the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. That is the 13th, the unlucky card, the odd card. You really did take that. Now at this point, they may not be convinced. You say, look, let's just take a look here. You can see that I was talking about pairs of cards, that yours just doesn't fit. you see we've got pairs of cards here. Now what you're doing here is just showing the top one, not the bottom one, just the edge like this. At the moment they've seen pairs of cards that are all in disarray. There's nothing strange about them. So you say, look, maybe I'm not explaining it clearly enough. And what you do is you take the face card and use it to flip the packet over. You snap your fingers and you say, pay close attention, because what I was talking about is there's a pair of magicians, a pair of swords, a pair of stars, towers, justice, and a pair of high priestess. You picked the only odd card, the unlucky card that belongs to none of these pairs. It's a great little trick. You may want to use ESP cards, and I guess you could probably do it with regular cards as well. But have fun with that, and maybe if you come up with any ideas for routines, share them with the rest of us in the comments below. Till next time, practice and enjoy.